Hey, time to do a quick debrief of our first reading of The Running Dream. I want to kind of process things before we move on to the next section. First of all, let's talk about figurative language. Obviously, this isn't a poem, so it may not have tons and tons of examples, but definitely some good ones. Let's just kind of go through here and look at some of the things. We've got fat staples run around my stump like a big, ugly zipper. That's pretty vivid and a great simile. We get the doctor whooshing from the room. That sound that would count as an onomatopoeia. We'll get to some more of those in just a minute. When she's running, breathing the sweet smell of spring grass, sailing over dots of blooming clover, the wind across her cheeks through her hair. That's very vivid imagery. You get to kind of see what she sees, feel what she feels. Those are great examples there. Then when we see her kind of experiencing or I don't know, remembering her race against Vanessa, her long nails painted deep red, her racing glasses flashing back the late morning sun. You can see that. It's a great picture. That's more imagery right there. And then we get her running, and we get the whoosh of her arms and the air running by her. And suddenly I'm floating, I'm flying. Sounds like a bit of hyperbole there, doesn't it? And she gets to the end and she says, "It's the last race of my life, my finish line." See, it's literal. There is a finish line at the end of a race, but that sounds kind of symbolic too, doesn't it? We've got a lot of symbolism and a lot of racing symbolism in this book. So keep an eye on that as we move forward. Whispers like a heavy fog hang on in my mind. Some another pretty good simile there. And then she talks about rigor mortis bend. That has some symbolism there, since rigor mortis is technically how stiff you get when you're dead. And the headwind, I think that one's going to be significant as we move forward. So we've got several good examples, and I want you to particularly watch for the symbolism because that seems really important. And I think the author went to great lengths to use some track symbols to help us kind of process how Jessica's feeling and what she's thinking. So let's run through our exposition. The beginning of the book is supposed to lay everything out for us, right? Interestingly, the inciting event, the thing that kind of kicks off the whole plot, happens before the book starts. It's that accident that results in Jessica losing her foot and part of her leg, and so it's an unusual beginning. We don't really see where the story is going to take place. Where it's all in the hospital, and then that little memory on the track. I don't think the whole book is going to be set in that room, but so far that is the setting, isn't it? And the characters are very limited. Of course, we hear Jessica's narration. She's our main character. And incidentally, this is from her point of view. It's definitely first person. She mentions Cairo, her coach. She mentions Vanessa, her rival. Her mom and dad are there. The mom talks the most. She seems the most important so far. We get a couple of doctors, some nurses that I don't think even got a name. But do you think those are going to be all the characters we have in the book? Do you think maybe there's some more significant people going to pop up? Almost certainly. That seems like a sure thing. So, what do you think the main conflict of the book will be? It sounds like Jess is struggling with her situation. Uh, is that going to be the whole thing? Are there other issues that are going to arise? So far, does it seem more internal or external? You decide what you think. Uh, I'm hoping it'll become more complex, but there's no way there's anything other than this injury at the center of what's going on. I think that's pretty safe. So before we move forward, I really like you to take a minute and make some fearless predictions. It doesn't matter if you're right or wrong. It's all about thinking, finding trajectories, making guesses. It just engages the brain in a really positive way. So maybe make some notes, write them down, or it doesn't count. You can always fudge if you don't write it down. So go ahead and write down a few predictions. What do you think is going to happen in this book? What do you think Jess will do? How will things turn out? And we'll come back later and check on those and see how you did.